Hello, people. I'm going to clear something up so I don't hear again. But they were given the right to vote in 1925. Put out a video yesterday talking about my grandfather and how he had to deny who he was in his native land for his whole life to be able to vote and be a full citizen. Because if you can't vote, you're only a half citizen. And you're giving white people the right to tell you things like, go back to the land you come from. Where are Native Americans supposed to go? Now, yes, Native American people got the right to vote and citizenship in the 1920s. But they really didn't. They didn't get the right to vote. They got the right to get poll taxed. They got the right to get beat if they tried to vote. They got the right to be turned away from polls if they tried to vote, just like the African American people did. That's what they got, okay? So my grandfather, who lived in Arizona and was a Native American man and could pass off as a white man, because hey, everybody's brown in Arizona. He had to deny who he was his whole life because somebody made a mistake and put him down as white. So for him to have the same rights as a white person in his own land, he had to pretend he was something he was not. He had to pretend to be the same color of person who took his rights away in the first place in his own land. Now, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. In 2013, America hasn't gotten much better because the courts rescinded part of the Voting Rights Act. In 2018, they are now trying to rescind the right for Native Americans to vote in their own land again. They're trying to take their rights away again. So how many Native American people out there who can pass off as white, such as me, who is actually, I'm only a fourth Native American. I can pass off as white. So should I deny my Native American heritage so that I can have the same privilege as a white man? How can that be? We live in the year 2020. How can the native people of this land be denied the right that some white people stole from them when they stole their land? So unless you can vote, unless you can have equal rights with everybody else, unless you can be treated equally to a white man, you are not truly a citizen of the United States, regardless if you were born here or not. Because you can't be a citizen and only have half the rights as not even half the population. Come on, really, people. We all deserve equal rights. We all deserve to be treated equally. Every person born in the United States of America, every person who originated in the United States of America should have the right to vote, to be paid equal wages, to be treated equally to any white man, no matter how poor or rich that white man is. And we've stayed silent for far too long. Now, I am not going to deny my heritage just so that I can have equal rights to the people who stole my home, my people's home. How is that right? I am not going to expect African Americans to deny who they are, sit back and shut up because of some white people who took them from their home. They stole my ancestors' land. They stole the African American ancestors' life. And I don't mean by killing them, because they were doing that to both of our people. I mean by taking their home away from them. They took my family's heritage. They took their family's heritage, their home, their family. At least we had the right to exist who we were after they stopped giving us infected blankets and tried killing us off. And I'm going to tell you white people out there something. You need to start reworking your schools. Because when people get older and find out that history isn't as white bread as you've been leading their children to believe, they get angry. Especially people like me. Now, you need to be talking about how you treated the Native American people when you first came here in the schools. You need to be talking about how you treated the African American people in schools. And you need to be talking about the struggle anybody who wasn't white had to go through, including the Asian people, the Jewish people. All the people in this nation who was not white, the struggles they have gone through and the struggles they still have to go through so that they can have equal rights to you. We don't even have the right to count in your history books. And you're trying to say that we have equal rights to you? Our whole history is wiped out of the history books. That is not equal rights. That is the right to sit back and shut up to your history. Your history is wrong. Your bigotry is wrong. And the only way you are going to make amends to the other people in this land is to correct it. Start telling the truth and stop trying to take my people's right to vote away. Because you're wrong. And stop trying to take anybody else's right to vote away. This is my ancestors' land. And I say if they were born on this land and they're not a bunch of racists and bigots, this is their land. Give them their rights.